And I mean, and then on Tesla, I mean, Tesla is obviously, I mean, from my vantage, it's a huge success. I mean, what do you think is in that industry? Well, one, I mean, I'll ask kind of the same question. What did you think? You know, this is something that GM and Toyota and these massive multi-billion-dollar organizations have been trying. You know, what gave you the confidence to kind of pursue it? And now that it seems to be a huge success, where do you think this industry is going to be in the next 5, 10 years?
Yeah, so with Tesla, the goal is to try to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport. I think it would happen anyway, just out of necessity. Yeah. But because we have an unpriced externality in the cost of gasoline, we weren't pricing in the environmental effects of CO2 in the oceans and atmosphere. That's causing the normal market forces to not function properly. And so the goal of Tesla is to try to act as a catalyst to accelerate those sort of normal forces, the normal sort of market reaction that would occur. We're trying to have a catalytic effect on that.
Yeah.
And try to make it happen, I don't know, maybe 10 years sooner than it would otherwise occur.
Yeah.
That's the goal of Tesla. So that's the reason we're making electric cars and not any other kind of car. And we also supply powertrains to Toyota and to Mercedes and maybe to other car companies in the future to accelerate their production of electric vehicles. So that's the sort of goal there, and so far it's working out pretty well.
I mean, I just saw a news report earlier today that y'all are sold more Model S's than y'all are leading that segment of the industry. That the Mercedes S-Class, the BMW 7 Series, or the Lexus LS 400 or whatever it is.
Yeah, actually, that seems to be the case, and it's yeah. I didn't realize they sold so few cars in that segment.
That's
because we don't sell that many cars. We sell 5,000 a quarter. 20,000.
Well, out here they seem like every.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is our home.
Yeah.
It's our home team, so it's we better sell that in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
We're like,
no, but that's and well, I mean, it's a similar thing. I mean, how did you start? What gave you the confidence? And I mean, do you see yourselves? I mean, as kind of a major automotive mainstream brand in 5, 10 years, all the way down to kind of the competing with the Honda Accords and Civics.
Yeah, I mean, our goal is not it's not sort of to become a big brand or to compete with Honda Civics, but rather to advance the cause of electric vehicles. So we're just going to keep making more and more electric cars and driving the price point down until the industry is very firmly electric. Like maybe half of all cars made are electric or something like that. Which is not to say that we expect to make half of all cars. We want to just have that catalytic effect until at least that occurs. And I think at the point at which there's, we're approaching half of all new cars made are electric, then I think I would consider that to be kind of the victory condition.
Wow.
So the faster we can bring that day, the better.
Wow. When would be your guess when that happens?
Well, I made a bet with someone about 3 years ago that it would be sooner than 20 years. So it's 17 years from now. But that's, I think, that's conservative. I think it's probably, maybe 13 or 14 years, something like that.
Right about the time.
Happen
right when we're going to Mars.
Right.
It'll be exciting times.
Yeah.
This will be
true. It just could. Yeah. Exactly. As I was thinking about that, it was like, those time frames are kind of coincident.
Yeah.
I mean, the nature of new technology adoption is it tends to follow an S-curve. So what usually happens is people underpredict it in the beginning because people tend to extrapolate on a straight line, and then they'll overpredict it kind of at the midpoint, and because there's late adopters, and then it'll actually take longer than people think at the midpoint, but much shorter than people think at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited about how things are going. It's in fact, I think that the pace of technology improvement is in energy storage, electric energy storage is really moving faster than anyone thinks.
Wow.